guys, and welcome back to another train simulator video. And in today's video we're going to be driving a class 387 in the beautiful GWR reskin. It is time for 387133 and 377134 to make the final leg of the journey to Old Oak Common. You will drive from... never mind. You are also required to stop at Nova Junction for approximately 2 minutes and be also aware of a possible lengthy stop outside Clapham Junction. It would be nice if the person who made the scenario let us read that, but oh well. Okay, let's open the doors. I don't think we're meant to open the doors, but we'll do it anyway. Let's put it forward. Let's on the lights. It's a typical British weather today. Foggy, it looks like it's gonna rain maybe. We have a class 456 there, a class 170, some southeastern services. Now basically, the person who made this scenario doesn't own the class 455, so the class 456s will be replacing the class 455/8s. If you're wondering why there's no class 455s. Okay, let's get started. So yeah, we're going to be driving a class 387. It's basically a reskin of the class 375 Southeastern train. But the reskin looks really nice, I have to admit. It's really high detailed. And it is free of charge from superalbs. Basically, if you go to superalbs.weebly.com, you can download it for free of charge. It is pretty straightforward to download it as well, so if you want to drive a GWR with this reskin, then you can do so. You got a class 456 on the right hand side and a southeastern service on the left hand side. Nice. There's going to be a lot of AI in this scenario, so stay tuned for that. Can I get a screenshot? Why not? Just heading us from London Bridge. So we're going to be going from London Bridge to Clapham Junction. As you can see, not in service, but it should say at the front of it. I will show you the cab view in a minute, once we speed up a bit. But yeah, the reskin is really nice. I'm not a fan of the color, but it looks really nice on the 387 in my opinion. I believe they're going to be using these 387s on the electrified line between Paddington to Reading, I believe. Now this scenario was meant to be on the Great Western Main Line, but in the game, I think the electrification only runs from Paddington to Ealing Broadway, I believe. So I told him to make it on this route, South London Network, since it's one of my favorite routes in the game, and do some kind of special scenario where the train's being diverted on the South London Network to Old Oak Common. So yeah. Let me quickly check. So continue and empty coaching stock ECS, sorry. Movement between London Bridge and Clapham Junction. Go via Tulse Hill, Nova Junction and Streatham Common. So we're going to be arriving at Clapham Junction at 6:46. So the scenario will last around 45 minutes. So decent length. I guess since there's nothing much happening on the route, let me show you the interior view. So this is the interior view, which has been done up with the GWR chairs and all that. It looks really nice. Wow, they've done this as well. Nice. So yeah, this is the Great Western Main Line part of it. Whoops, we're speeding. Let's slow down a bit. There we go. So I believe on the far right hand side is Paddington, and it goes to Ealing Broadway all the way to Hazen Harlington, then all the way to Maidenhead, GWR Electristar. It's really nice they added it to the interior view. They put a lot of effort into the cab passenger view on this train, that's for sure, with the chairs and obviously that and that as well. What does that say? Welcome on board. I can't really read that, but nice to see that. chairs look really nice. And I added this thing as well. I think that says something GWR love the rail or love of rail or something like that, which is nice. But yeah, a lot of effort's been put into the passenger view, which I'm gonna give a lot of credit to them. I would highly recommend downloading this reskin. It's really good. Okay, next we're going via Peckham Rye. So most of the stations we're going to be going via, apart from Crystal Palace, which is... Actually, Crystal Palace we're going via as well. I think it's Norwood Junction and one other station we're going to be stopping at. What station is this? I think it's South Bermondsey, I believe. I think. The next station up. So yeah, Tulse Hill. We're going to be stopping at Norwood Junction, then stopping at Clapham Junction. Okay, that's about it. Everything else is via, so we're not going to be stopping at those stations. Yeah, I think this is South Bermondsey, then we've got Peckham Rye after that. Nice. Queen's Road, Peckham. The class 456s. Now class 456s did used to run on this part of the route between, I believe, London Bridge and Clapham Junction, or is it London Bridge to London Victoria? But obviously now London Overground runs on this line, which I do kind of prefer, because I never used to take the class 456s on this route before. I normally take the bus. Okay, we're getting a speed limit of 20 miles an hour, so do need to slow down soon. Now it does say our ETA is 6:05, and it's 6:07 already, but it should give us a tick still. I've spoken to the person who made the scenario, so he has mentioned that don't worry about the timings too much. Oh, the lag is real. Yeah, there will be a lot of lag during this scenario, unfortunately. I have lowered down the graphic settings quite a bit, but there's a lot of AI in this scenario, and I don't have the best of computers, and obviously this game isn't very optimized, as you guys know. Okay, let's slow down now. So yeah, I'm going to be going right towards East Dulwich Station, and if you continue straight on, that's where the London Overground goes, towards Clapham Junction. Now we won't be seeing any class 378s either, because the person who made this scenario doesn't own that either, which is quite a shame. So he's replaced it with, I believe, class 375s or class 377 services. So if you see them on the London Overground part of the route, then they're basically replacing the class 378s. Now I quickly want to talk about Train Sim World. Now the Train Sim World beta finished on the 12th of December. Today is the 20th of December, I believe. My thoughts on the Train Sim World beta was, I like what I saw, but what actually happens I didn't really like. Optimization was absolutely dreadful in my opinion. Even for people who have dual 1080s or have a really good graphics card or gaming PC, couldn't really play the game properly at a high FPS, which is a bigger shame. Now my graphics card for Train Sim World wasn't the best, so I'm not too surprised it was choppy for me, but it was choppy for literally anyone who played it, even with people who have 10 core processor, 32 gigs of RAM and dual 1080s, like they were struggling to get even 30-40 FPS, which is quite bad actually. It's like they didn't even bother with optimization at all. Considering the full release of the game is coming out in February, then they got a lot of work to do, that's for sure. Maybe they should hire some more people. And in terms of content for the beta, it wasn't much. It was 3 tutorial scenarios which were all quite short, and 2 scenarios which were decent length, but that's about it. And there was something called collectibles which you can go around the map and collect things, but I didn't really find anything because I didn't really play much of the Train Sim World beta apart from the first 1 or 2 days of it. I just played the tutorial scenarios and scenarios, which I do have on my channel if you guys want to check that out, and that's about it. Like, I couldn't really play it because the FPS was really low, it was very choppy, and there was a lot of bugs and glitches, which I did expect because it is a beta after all. But I think the best thing I liked about it was the fact that you can just get out the cab and then change the signals manually, which is really nice. I really like that. I like the idea behind Train Sim World, but they really need to optimize it, and they need to, when the game does fully release in February, then I do expect UK content and probably some German content as well. Okay, is that our signal? Yes, it is. Like, they have to release UK content for Train Sim World, definitely, because the majority of people who play Train Sim World and Train Simulator are from the UK, obviously, because they are based in UK. Most of the content is UK based anyway, so. And if there is no UK content for Train Sim World, then I don't think I'll be buying it. I don't mind American and German content, but I live in London and in the UK, so I expect some UK content. But hopefully we'll see it. Okay, ETA for Tulsa is 6:10:30 and it's 6:11. That's okay. It should still give us a tick. We got Class 170 Turbo Star going back to London Bridge, I believe, from Uxfield to London Bridge service. Nice. So after Tulsa, we're going via Crystal Palace, then we're going to be stopping in Norwood Junction, then go via Selhurst, Balham, and then Clapham Junction, which we will be staying at Clapham Junction for a few minutes, which is nice because I told this person who made the scenario to add a lot of AI at Clapham Junction, so we should be seeing Class 444s, 455s, 450s, obviously 377s, and more 377s that will be replacing London Overground services that goes to Clapham Junction. And of course, what else will we see? Obviously Class 456s that will be replacing the Class 455s in this scenario. Okay, we're turning right. I believe if we turn right, left, we're going towards Clapham Junction, I believe, or something like that. I'm not too sure actually. There's so many different parts of the South London network. Like, it does get quite confusing sometimes. He gave us a tick, which is nice. Okay, Crystal Palace 6:17. It's 6:13 at the moment, so. I believe this part of the journey we should see some Thameslink services. Is that one? Yes, it is. Class 319. Probably going back to Bedford because obviously we're going towards East Croydon, so there's no way this train's going to Brighton. Nice. It would be nice if there's some Class 387s, Thameslink services, but which you might see. Who knows? I don't think he's added it to the scenario, but would it be nice if he did? He doesn't normally make scenarios with reskins. That's the problem. I actually made him install this reskin and make a scenario with this reskin because I really wanted to drive this train and in this livery. If you're wondering what that sound was, it was basically me hitting my steering wheel. So don't worry about it. Okay, I think this is what station is this? West Dulwich or North Dulwich or something like that. Oh, that's West Norwood. Never mind. I think we passed North Dulwich already. Nice. Let's watch the train pass. And the reskin looks really nice on the Class 387. I have to admit, I would love seeing this. I would love to see this train in real life, and in this reskin. This and the Gatwick Express in the Class 387 looks really nice, in my opinion. Nice. Okay, speed limit is going up to 35 miles an hour soon, which is good. We're going uphill towards Crystal Palace. If you're wondering why this is called the Odd One Out version 1.2, is because the first version didn't work for me because for some reason it was glitching out stupidly. So I told him to, like, basically the problem was the starting position of the train was like glitching out, so the scenario never loaded in for me. So I told him to move it to a different platform, and that basically worked. So version 1.1 he made a version 1.1 which did work. Unfortunately, I played version 1.1 and one of the AI trains derailed when I was playing the scenario, so that meant basically he removed the AI train. So basically there's a version 1.2 as well. Basically 1.2 and 1.1 version is only available to friends only, so none of you will be able to see it unless you're friends with the person who made the scenario. But the Odd One Out first version should work for everyone. The only reason he made version 1.1 and 1.2 is because it wasn't working for me, and he did make the scenario for me, so that's why. So don't worry about it saying version 1.2. You won't see it in the Steam Workshop, that's for sure, because it is only friends only, viewable and subscribable from friends. Okay, getting close to Crystal Palace. We've got 15 miles an hour speed limit and 25. Going via right? Yes, we are. We are going to be stopping at Norwood Junction, which is 2 miles away. It's not too far away. Basically, after Norwood Junction, instead of going straight towards East Croydon, we're going to be turning right and going back towards London Victoria, essentially, towards Clapham Junction, which is something I haven't done on this game. Normally I just go to East Croydon. I was thinking we would go to East Croydon, then switch cabs, then go back towards Clapham Junction, but I guess we're not. This tunnel is spooky. Very spooky, no lights at all. Okay, we can slow down now. Got a green signal, so that's okay. It's task 3 out of 7. We're going to be turning right now. So I believe if you go straight, we'll be going back towards what do you call it, London Bridge, which we don't want to do because we came from London Bridge anyway. Nice. If you're wondering why there's a Class 377 there, it's because that's being replaced by the Class 378. That's replacing the Class 378. I mean. I found a reminder that you must stop at Norwood Junction platform 5, that's okay. There are no Class 378s in the scenario, unfortunately, but we have more Class 377s, and you can't get more than enough of Class 377s, right? Like, you see Class 377s in the South London like so many times. I don't think a few more will hurt. Nice. Okay, we can speed up a bit now. Next stop, Norwood Junction, 1.3 miles away. I believe we're stopping at Norwood Junction for some maintenance, just to check the train over, to making sure it's working fine and all that, I believe. And we are driving an 8-car train, which I forgot to do, so let's change that to 8. That's on the cab light since it's pretty dark. Yeah, we can open the windows as well. Why not? We can open these ones as well. There you go. It's got 40 miles an hour, 20, 60, 45, and then 20. A lot of speed changes. Oops. We got a single yellow signal. Should be fine. I don't think we'll be following the train until we get to towards Selhurst and Balham station. And then it will be following a class 377 to Clapham Junction, I believe. Oh, we need to slow down. Oh god. Yeah, we're speeding. Shit. I'm not paying attention. Thank god the train didn't derail. That would have been really bad. That's what happens when you don't pay attention. And we're going downhill as well. Let's try not to speed again. Okay, got a double yellow signal. Nice cars. Not really. I believe if you go straight on, you go towards London Bridge, I believe. We have a class 377, nice. That could be a class 378, but I can't really tell if that's a Southern service or London Overground service. And this scenario is based on a real timetable, so if you wanna know what timetable that is, then you can ask the person who made the scenario. His name is called Joshua0910, I believe. You can ask him for the timetable link if you guys want to know. It might be a timetable which you go on in real life, maybe, which would be nice. I've never been to Norwood Junction Station, so I wouldn't know. Okay, let's not go too fast. Sorry about that. Okay, we're slowing down too much. As you can see, there's some maintenance people there. Just check the train over. Just got a bit forward. There we go. Let's open the doors because why not? How's it going, man? They don't look like very interested people. They're not actually doing anything, so they should get fired. I can take a screenshot. You may depart from Clapham Junction when signal allows. Okay. Take a screenshot, why not? I've guessed they made the checks. Let's wait for the doors to close and we can get going. Okay, let's go. Got yellow signal, so we should be fine. $20 miles an hour speed limit. So we'll be turning right towards Selhurst Station, and we will be going past Selhurst Depot as well. Okay, there we go. I think this is the best part when it's train snaking like this. Look at that. Left, right, left, right. That's another flop class 319. basically that class 319 won't pass until we pass it, because we're on the same. It's coming the other way, basically on the same piece of track, I believe. Yeah, basically that train will wait until we pass it, then it'll continue towards Norwood Junction, as you can see. And now we'll go in a minute. Maybe. I guess not. It should go. Nope, still a red signal. Maybe it's waiting for another train to pass by. We've got a bunch of AI trains, static AI trains in the depot. Let's check them out. We've got 3 class 377s, some more 377s. We got class 442s. And the class 442s are not going to be used anymore on the Gatwick Express. They're being replaced by class 387s. Literally everything's being replaced by class 387s, to be honest with you. And the class 377 there. Like the Gatwick Express class 387, we have GWR, which is 387. What we have is we have Thameslink services, which is 387. I think Stansted Express is class 387 as well, and some Greater Anglia services, I believe. Greater Abellio, or something like that. I'm not too sure about that part of the train network, but I'm pretty sure Stansted Express is class 387s. Okay, we're going towards Sellers Station. On a 377. This is nice to see. The train sneaking around. Some train tracks on the right. I think that goes towards East Croydon, I believe. Go via Sellers 627.45 and it's 627.010. I mean 10. 09, I mean. We have a class 377 at Sellers Station. Interesting. Okay, that should have given us a tick. Yes. Okay, next station Balham, 636. Let's go back into the passenger view. Because I'll admit, this passenger view looks really nice. I'll say this is probably the best passenger view out of every train I've been in Train Simulator. It looks really nice. And that's probably the best part of it. It would have been nice if it was a bit more clear. But you can pretty much read it anyway, so... So yeah, next station Balham, we've got class 442 Gatwick Express. Nice. We do need to keep an eye on the signals, but when do I ever do that anyway? Like us on facebook.com/GWRUK and follow us on Twitter if you guys want. You guys can like my Facebook page and follow me on Twitter if you guys want, if you're interested. Okay, back in the cab view. 4 miles left. Okay, let's not go too fast. I think we will get a red signal eventually. So yeah, after Balham, we're going to be going to Clapham Junction, arriving at 6:46. So yeah, still 15 minutes until we have to reach Clapham Junction, which is only 6 miles away. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the scenario so far. I'm sure I am. What station is this? Thornton Heath. Nice. I believe we will catch up to our class 377, which is ahead of us, so there's no point going too fast. Otherwise, we're just going to catch it up. No, that'll be fine. Actually, let me quickly check that. You got grid signal, so we should be fine. So basically, we're here. And it should be on the class 377 going from London Victoria to Brighton. That's Norbury station. So there should be a train in front of us. That's a class 456 going from London Victoria to Horsham. I'm not too sure. There should be a train in front of us. Or maybe not. Not too sure. The last time I played this scenario there was when I reached Balham station. And the lag's happening again. Ooh, another class 377, nice. Probably a fast service from London, Brighton to London Victoria. First class, man. I was traveling first class, you know. Only joking. I believe the station is Norbury. Yeah, 45 miles an hour is fine. Don't want to be going too fast. Nice. Going over the bridge. Another class 377 coming the other way. I think that's the London Victoria to Horsham service, I believe. I was thinking it was a class 456, but I don't think they use class 456s or class 455s on services towards Horsham, which is quite far away from London Victoria. They might, I don't know. Who knows? Get on speed. What station is this? I have no idea. I want to guess, but I can't. I have no idea. Clapham Common. I should have known that, but I don't. I've driven on this line so many times, so I should really know. Where's that? Those tracks go? I'm guessing towards. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? I'm guessing towards London Bridge or something like that. That's the only possible thing I can think of. 1.6 miles away from Balham. I'm pretty sure there's a train in front of us. I guess there is then. Actually there is, look. That's the one. Norwood Junction to London Victoria service. It is in front of us, so that's the one we're going to be following towards Clapham Junction. And the class 377. Nice. I believe Southern are on strike at the moment. They basically they want to replace the drivers or the conductors on the train with basically they just want one person on the train and not two people, so they don't want to pay for two people on each and every service. That's what I think the strike is about, and they're saying I think the driver should do all the jobs, including closing the doors and opening the doors, which they should do anyway because they are the driver of the train and they have control of the whole train anyway, so There's no point, in my opinion, for somebody to just open and close the doors, in my opinion. But it's nice for somebody to be there on the train to ask for help or anything. Asking if what station is next on the line, etc. So basically, I think there were 3 days where they literally cancelled every single Southern service on the network, which is actually really bad. I feel sorry for those of you who take Southern services in real life, especially for those of you like who go to work on a Southern service, who take the Southern service to work every single morning. But obviously, you can't because they literally cancel every single journey, which is really stupid in my opinion. I'm actually quite shocked. I think we have a red signal after this, so you need to be careful. But yeah, like a lot of people travel on Southern services, obviously, because Southern is a massive network in terms of national rail. Obviously, it goes from London Victoria to Brighton. You can take the Southern service from London. Is that a red signal? No, it's a yellow. Obviously, you can take Southern services from London Bridge to Brighton, Brighton and London Victoria. You can go via Horsham towards Portsmouth Harbour. You can go from Brighton all the way to Southampton Central. It's literally a massive network, Southern is, and for them to cancel literally every single service, it's quite ridiculous in my opinion. Now, I like Southern though, but because obviously I take the train from Harrow and Willesden to Clapham Junction. Please be advised of a possible long stop outside Clapham Junction, and if you wish, go ahead into the station, pick up platform, and watch the trains go by. I sure will, man. I think there's a red signal. Yes, it is. We are following it on the train, so I'm not too surprised. Yep, access denied. It's that Norwood Junction to London Victoria service, I believe. No, Gateway Express, nice. Okay, we can go now. That's good. Only 1.6 miles away from Clapham Junction. But yeah, let me know if you've been affected by the Southern strikes. And let me know what you guys think of Southern at the moment. I think they're gonna lose their license, and hopefully they don't. Because I don't want like London Overground to take over, to be honest with you. I prefer Southern over London Overground anytime. Okay, another yellow. Okay, game, we know. What station is this? South Croydon? No, it can't be South Croydon. It's Ones of Common. So next station is Clapham Junction then. I don't know why I said South Croydon, because we never even went to East Croydon, so that doesn't make any sense. Is that a green signal? I don't know. It's so foggy today. Hey, the Southern service. Obviously we don't have priority today because we're on diversion, and if the strike was on today, then we wouldn't be seeing any Southern services in this scenario. It's a flashing yellow. Should be fine. Got another 377. Actually, there might be a red actually. No, we're fine. Let's turn to yellow now. So yeah, essentially this is the reskin of the Class 375. So you do need to own a Class 375 to get the reskin. I believe you get the Class 375 from buying the London to Faversham route, I believe. Danger approved. I think we shouldn't go then. We need to slow down. Yep, that's a red signal. I know, game, I know. Clapham Junction just ahead of us. I think we have to wait for the train in front of us to leave Clapham Junction towards London Victoria, then we can get going. Clapham Junction is our final stop in the journey. I believe the train will continue towards basically when you take the London Overground service between Clapham Junction and Wilton Junction, there's the part of the journey you go over the Great Western Main Line, so I think the train will connect towards the Great Western Main Line through there. Obviously that part of the journey isn't included in the game because Delta Games couldn't be bothered to add it when they made the North London line. They should have added it with the South London network in my opinion, because it does make sense. I'm not too sure how long we have to wait. Let's quickly check. So we're here. So we're going to be going this platform, platform 16. So yeah, platform 16 and 17 is the 7 services which I take in real life, which basically goes from East Croydon to Milton Keynes Central via Wilton Junction. Class 450, nice. mph speed limit. We should get there by 6:42, so we're still early. But we can watch some trains pass by to end the scenario with. I always wondered why every time I waited at this platform 16 for a Southern service, I always wondered why it took so long to the train to come into the platform. And obviously it's because it's a 10 miles an hour speed limit. So I believe that's the train we were following. So that service will go towards London Victoria. Normally I would wait here in real life, just next to this sign, waiting for the service. And obviously the other platform goes towards East Croydon. Nice. Apart from that one speeding, the scenario has been pretty much perfect in my opinion. I'm going to speed a bit. There we go. Another class 456, nice. As I mentioned, class 456s are replacing class 455s because the scenario maker doesn't own the class 455. So yeah, let's take a look at the trains. We've got class 456s, we've got 3 class 450s, which is really nice. That class 377 is gone. As I mentioned, class 377s are replacing London Overground services. Obviously you would see a class 378 here, but oh, I think the scenario is completed already, which is interesting. I thought we would have to wait a bit until the scenario would finish, but I guess not. Well done, you have completed the scenario successfully, thank you very much. Okay, let's see how we done. I think we speeded once. Yeah, speeding once, that's about it. Anyways, hopefully guys enjoyed the scenario and video. If you did, make sure you give it a like, share it with your friends, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.